Right, reality and chill with Nishi and
And Kenny.
and Kenny. Oh, how are you going?
I'm going pretty good, pretty chilled weekend. I've slept heaps, which is great. Real Housewives of Miami. I felt like there wasn't too much to chat about. This would probably be a fairly quick episode, but there was a couple of key things that, we really should get into.
There was, yes. Okay, where do we start, Kenny? Start us off.
Can we just get straight into the drama of Lisa being a dick in the van? Because, like, that, it's just to me, I love that Stephanie stood up to her, but I just can't believe. Could you imagine any normal human being just over time slowly thinking that, oh, well, it's just normal, that's their behavior, an hour here, an hour and a half there? Like, I would lose my mind. I would
Two
lose
and a
my
half hours.
mind.
I would not be dealing with that either. 2.5 hours, not half an hour, not an hour. Like I would be like an hour max cut off. Even then, I would not
Half an
handle it very
30
well.
minutes, and then after
It's
that,
normal.
but even then, it's so rude. It's just so
It's so
rude.
rude. It's so
Yeah.
rude. Like 2.5 hours. I was actually shocked that they waited for her at that point.
Yeah.
Like
Was it yeah, so anyway,
the whole
2,
credit
2.5
fans,
hours.
they
It's
didn't go.
just nuts. Yeah.
I was like, and you know what? And she's done this time and time again. Like, they did the flashbacks, obviously. And I remember when they were in the reunion and Andy called it out. She's like, we're not giving you a grand entrance. We've been waiting for you for an hour and a half. And she still walks in like nothing's okay. Not, hey guys, sorry I'm late. She's like, hey everyone, you all look gorgeous. And they're just staring at her like, hello, are you going to address?
Has
Just
this been tolerated? Like, I'm just kind of
do not know.
confused about how any group of friends could sit there and just put up with that over and over again. So, yeah, I found it just frustrating to watch. I was like, is this for real? And then yeah, I just thought it was amazing the dynamic between Stephanie and her, but like the fact that nobody has come at her like that before.
To date,
And then
like,
Stephanie going like, am I nuts? But you can see Stephanie's like a hard working businesswoman. Obviously time management, she's got it down packed. She's got a lot going on, and yeah,
time
she's
is money.
mature as well. She's not
Right.
just ladies at lunch.
No, time is money for her, right?
Yeah.
She's not disrespectful. Like that is completely and utterly disrespectful. Lisa lives in her own world, and
Yeah.
clearly just doesn't care. And you're right. I don't know how it hasn't been called out. Even Marisol, who loves Lisa, said, "Yeah, we've all been thinking it." The fact that no one has said it is
It's
wild.
bizarre.
They should have
It's
just left her
bizarre.
there. Oh,
But
and
again,
you.
it
Mm.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you could see Larsa being like, we should just leave. Like she has no tolerance for Lisa at all at the moment. So she's like, no, let's just go. Like
Yeah.
and she was right. She's like, we're being rude to Alexia at this point because Alexia's organized all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're all late for it. It's like 2.5 hours, right? If you think about like a lunch sitting, imagine being 2.5 hours late to a lunch. The whole thing would be finished. Like
No,
two and a
it's
half hours is
absolutely
ridiculous.
ridiculous. Yeah, I can't get my head around it. I really can't get my head around it. And for me as well, it says so much. You know how I've said before with Lisa, she gets defensive. She doesn't take feedback on, like she doesn't. And
I know.
like it must be so frustrating to have a friend like that that is just going to double down. Like she doesn't even double down. She's just delusional and just doesn't acknowledge it at all. Like you're the crazy one for bringing it up. Yeah. I don't even know you. This is universal. Yeah. Yeah.
How rude is this girl? And I'm like,
It's like
she's got
manners
no
101. And Stephanie's like, am I in the twilight zone? Like,
girl. I know.
how is this normalized? Yeah, I
It
thought it was
right.
interesting, really interesting scene.
I know,
Yeah.
absolutely fascinating. I love Stephanie. I think she is just like absolute gem of an additional cast member. I loved watching her. She's a president of her business, her husband's business, and I just love seeing how on top of it she is. She's a real businesswoman. Like,
Yeah, she's a
wow,
go-getter. Yeah. And
absolutely
it does look like Chanel's her thing. So I do feel like with the Hermes bags, I always get, say
yeah,
these the wrong way, and the Chanel and stuff. It is a little bit flashy. Like there's no doubt about that she's got we sort of said before, like with Hudson, for instance, that it took us a while to realize like he's super uber wealthy.
yeah.
And I feel like there is a little bit of that new money. It's trying to
New money,
scream,
yeah.
trying to be relevant. But I love her. And I think because she's such a pocket rocket, that was your term you used last episode. She really is. She's just a ball of energy, no bullshit. She's going to call it out. And like we said, in terms of the archetypes, where does this lead her? Because she's such a strong personality. She's going to be, really interesting to watch over the next couple of episodes.
Yes, now that you've brought the archetypes up, that is so interesting, and that's why you
Yeah.
said the whole Alexia thing. That makes sense, her coming for Alexia's place. And actually, funny that you say that. Did you watch What Happens Live? She was on Watch What Happens Live, um, with Sarah Foster. Anyway, a lot of the questions that they were asking, you could see that she doesn't lean towards Marisol and Alexia, and all her questions are a lot more towards supporting Larsa.
Mm.
So I can definitely see that play out in terms of the queen bee
Well,
takeover. She's
it's
not part of
nice
that
to
group.
see like somebody brought in by a friend. So she's been brought in by Larsa, actually being loyal to that friend. Because how often do you see people just jump ship as soon as they're brought in
Straight
and
away.
now they're on the cast? So yeah, I like to see that. Maybe she's got some loyalty as well. What a lovely trait to include into Housewives, because we don't always see it. We see like first opportunity, I'm going to social climb. So great that she's being loyal to Larsa and is not interested in like being one of the cool girls. But yeah, yeah. Anyway, then we'll
Watch this
just wait and
space.
see there.
I
Yeah.
know. I loved seeing her husband as well and getting to know him. I thought he'd be like this serious dude, but he seems like a really fun-loving guy.
Yeah.
Bit quirky, funny, and loves animals, like the soft side of him.
Yeah.
I liked seeing that sort of side as well. And then what else was there? Oh, and then we heard a little bit more about her family. She doesn't talk to her sisters who were in the business, family business.
Mm.
And yeah, they don't have a relationship anymore. She was trying I mean, there's always two sides to a story. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but like it sounds like she was from her perspective, she tried to buy them stuff, cars and all this, and they were like, hold on, why do you think we need that? I don't know. I don't know how.
Yeah. It's just, I think the truth will come out. I think she's trying to get ahead of it so it can't be weaponized against her.
Mm,
Because when there is that kind of breakdown in family, I don't know, that can be used in Housewives, kind of where it's like, oh, well, you don't even talk to your sister. Or I just think she's trying to get ahead of it, but I don't think that's the truth of it yet. I think there'll be something like, who falls out with a family member because they've bought them a house or given them a car. Like,
true. I it depends though. There's egos and stuff involved. I don't know. Look, she's come from not much, so I can see her wanting to be generous in that way and being like, "Hey, now that I have XYZ, I want to give this to you and gift it to you." Not everyone takes to that though. Some people get weird about it. It does happen. So I
oh,
don't know.
okay, I can't relate. If anybody gave me a house or a car, there would be no resistance from me. In fact, I might give you a hug, probably like a thank you gift of like a bunch of flowers, like something along those lines, take you out for dinner, generally try and spend a bit more time with you, probably.
So if you think about it happens in Atlanta a lot. So the recent season of Atlanta, Ange bought her mum a house and then she moved out of it. Her mum moved
Yeah,
out of it
that's
saying, "I
true.
don't want the house that you've given me." And I think Brit did the same for her family, and they were
No,
like,
it's actually true. You do see it there, don't you? It's like
mm,
they see it as a sense of control, like you're trying to
"Yeah,
control my life. Yeah.
yeah, it's weird, isn't it?" So I don't know. Who
Mm.
knows? We're only getting a little bit. She could be getting in front of the storyline as well because you just never know when people come out with. Never
Just
know.
both sisters sounds like.
Yeah, twin sisters. Anyway, interesting. But look, I'm loving just getting to know her. I think she's awesome, force to be reckoned with.
Nish, do you want to
Jewel,
buy me a house?
no, I don't. I can't afford to. Look, if I had the money, I'd consider it. I'll give you one of Elijah's toy houses.
Yeah, okay, cool.
um, Julia and Gurdie had a sit down convo. Yeah, I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but I thought Julia came to the lunch, and I liked how she apologized and she kind of owned it and took accountability. Gertie was clearly not ready to to accept the apology, I felt like, for whatever reason.
Mm.
And she wanted to get stuff off her chest still. She was just like, okay, but I'm still angry and I need to get that out. Which kind of I felt like stalled it a little bit. I feel like she has the right to be upset though. So I don't know. I think I liked how Julia came to it to be accountable, and I felt like she said the right things. But Yeah, this is where I felt
Yeah.
like Gertie could have helped a little bit to move it along in some ways.
Yeah, I know. I found it like I found it kind of frustrating because there was no real resolution. At the same time, I'm not sure if I truly trust Julia at the moment. So I didn't know if it was strategic in the fact that she knew she had to come in on that level.
Mm,
And then at the same time was talking about the facelifts and that those darts that Gurdie pulled out and that she felt, and it's like, but that did happen after, like not after the water throwing incident, but after you were going in with Gurdie anyway. So yeah, like I say, it was frustrating. I can't remember everything about it because it wasn't really resolved, and it just felt a bit
yeah.
frustrating as a viewer.
Yeah, and I think it runs deeper, actually. They mentioned it in Watch What Happens Live. I think
Mm.
there's a lot more to it than what we're necessarily seeing. There's a lot of history, a bit of history with their friendship in terms of the going through the cancer situations and supporting each other and all of that. I think there's a lot more to it, which is why they can't move on maybe. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I think Gertie still plays a little bit dirty in the sense that she shouldn't have thrown something like that out there. Like, that was really nasty. But
it was really dirty. No, big. It was
was
really, really
it
dirty. Yeah,
it was so dirty, and especially not only the fact that she had a facelift, but then also that she did it while
Martina. No,
Martina
that's
was
what
being.
that's what was so low about it. It's not a big deal to go get a facelift, I
No,
don't think, in Miami, right? That all the girls
no,
are doing it all the
that's
time.
true.
Might be a little bit shady, but the fact that your partner's having chemo at that time is
And you
massive. Like that is, yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, so they both were playing dirty, and that's her, I think that's her style though. She's one of those people.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't know. Hopefully, we see some sort of resolution. But I don't know. I personally liked the way that Julia came in to apologize. I felt like she was just like, "Hey, look, I clearly like you. I love you. I want to hang out with you. Whatever. I had a relationship with you. I apologize." She needed to do that because what she did was wrong.
Yeah,
It was
100%. She had no other choice. That was
she.
her only play left, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But I felt like she wasn't excusing it because it wasn't like a I did this, but
Yeah, true.
I apologize, but you did this to me. Whereas that's where Gertie comes from.
Yeah,
She's like, oh,
100%. She's so yeah.
she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, like I apologize as well, but you did this, so then I just brought out the knives too, and I just played dirty anyway, which is what I don't like about her. But anyway, let's see what happens. The only other thing I was going to say was funny note. Alexia and her, what's that Aussie guy? What does he do? He's a
Yeah, the whole narcissist. So I'm looking forward to next episode. So it sounds like he focuses on narcissism
narcissism.
and supports people. We all know that each of us can have behaviors like that. So whereas her partner, everybody's going to be supporting because they think they're talking about her partner, helping her get through that. But really, she's going to be coaching all the girls on how they all have narcissistic traits. So this is going to be super fun, this next episode.
I know. Yeah, when they finally get there 2.5
When they
hours.
finally get there. Look, the other thing I really wanted to talk about was Kiki um, leaning on Larsa to get through to her dad, to have
Oh, yeah.
influence on her dad, to actually go to one of her sons. Like, was it a sporting event? I can't even remember what the event was. But
No, it was to get the son to call him on his birthday. It was his birthday the next day. And then she's like, "Can you please call him tomorrow because it's gonna mean a lot to him." Is that yeah.
right, to get the grandfather to call the son, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
To call his grandson. But yeah, just that Larsa, like, push that forward, and just the fact that Kiki just being the bigger person to go, oh, she was just trying every angle to make sure that her son
Mm,
got like, is it wasn't that lovely? Again, just Kiki, she's such a legend. She really
I
is.
know. She was in a place of sort of desperation. She's really trying to mend that
Yeah. Yeah.
relationship and make it something. Um, and you can see, like, she's just like, "Please, please call him," like, which is
Yeah.
so sad, and Larsa was really good support, and this is the thing about Larsa, like, Larsa has her quirks, but she is a good loyal friend, like, her and Kiki obviously have a close relationship. She's loyal and she's great if you are on her side, if
Look, it's a first it's the first season I've ever warmed to Larsa. I feel like that fall from grace. This happens quite often when somebody sort of hits rock bottom, they can become quite soft in some ways, and I just think we've seen a softer side of Larsa. I really like her. She just seems like a cool girl. Like, I'd hang out with Larsa tomorrow, you know?
She is cool. I wanna yeah, look, she's warmed up to me. She hasn't warmed up to me to the point where I wanna hang out with her though.
Yeah. I
Kidding.
think she'd be, yeah.
Nah,
Anyway,
she's
this
cool.
is
She's
like,
fun.
as you know, like I just said, did not warm to her in any season prior. So it's just interesting that I have this real soft spot for her.
Yeah.
Wonder if
No,
it's just a good edit, but yeah, anyway, I'm
no,
really digging her.
I think she's a good friend. I think
Mm.
she's one of those fiercely loyal people, and I think this is where her relationship or friendship with Lisa just went sideways. And you can see if she doesn't get that back, she will turn on you and she then fights dirty,
Yeah, dirty.
which is
Yeah.
what she's done with the whole Gertie situation. And she won't
Yeah.
stop to no end because it means a lot to her to be loyal. And I find that fiercely loyal people are like that. It's like they will be there for you, but at the moment that you cut them for whatever reason, they don't tolerate that very well.
I think the star sign cancers like that. They make the best homes, and my mum's a Cancer. But yeah, should you like sort of not play by their rules? So it can be a bit of a control thing as well. Yeah, interesting. I'll have to check out her
Mm.
star sign.
Yeah, good point. Check it out and report back.
Yeah, okay, I will do.
All right. I think that's a wrap for Miami, isn't it?
I think so too.
All right, cool. Well, have a good one. And yes, we will touch base next episode.